So I've been wanting to make this video for the last few years now, but I keep forgetting. And I also fell into a really bad depression, so I just stopped making YouTube videos. But this is my 3-year Lasik surgery review slash update. I'll be going through all the different things that I had to do before the surgery, and also what the requirements were, and also how much I paid for it. So let's get into it. I got my Lasik on the 17th of February on the year 2020, just a month before, you know, the world officially was taken over by COVID. I know it had, of course, it had started before, but we all know that. I've decided to get Lasik because I always had a really bad eyesight. I started wearing glasses when I was like in 4th grade. At that point, it was already pretty bad. I remember it was, I think, the summer holiday, and I was at my grandmother's house and we were having dinner with my uncle and my aunt and everybody. I wasn't able to see things, and then my uncle saw me squint, and then he was like, "Girl, go get your eyes checked." And so I did. Honestly, I thought I was getting blind, but I went to the eye hospital, and that's where I got my eyes checked for the first time in 4th going on 5th grade. So I think my eyes were prescribed at like -3.75 at 10 years old. No, 10 years old. So that was pretty bad, you know, being at 10 years old. And over the years kind of just kept increasing. So basically my background is that I've been wearing glasses for the last 15 years before Lasik. I just felt like it was the thing that I wanted to do. Also, the main reason is that I wanted to learn surfing. So that was the reason why I decided to, you know, get a Lasik, because I wanted to be more like outdoorsy, and I wanted to like not have to worry about putting on contact lenses. I'm gonna be talking about all the steps that I did for the surgery. Obviously, a lot of people have different experiences to this. Also, I did the surgery in Indonesia, where I'm from, and it's pretty affordable, I would say, compared to the Lasik prices that I've seen in maybe the States or Europe. This is why I'm gonna be explaining to you guys, and maybe if you do wanna come through to Indonesia to do this Lasik surgery and decide if it's the right thing for you. So basically, before Lasik, my eye prescription was at like -5.50 and like -4.50. So the reason why it was like pretty like different, like the left versus the right, was because I would just wear one contact lens when the other one goes missing. I don't know, I just felt like I could see anyways with one contact lens, so I just kept living like that. And I also have astigmatism, which was not good. So I was just being really reckless with how I take care of my eyes. I wasn't really taking care of it. I was living in Jakarta at the time that I got my Lasik done, because the clinic that I went for the surgery was also in Jakarta. I decided to go to this one called the Silc Lasik Center in central Jakarta, because I had heard from a friend who also just did their Lasik surgery there, and I felt like it was pretty legit. I did a couple of research, and you know, like I was checking on the credibility of the clinic itself and the doctor who was doing my eye. Surgeon? Doctor? You know what I mean. So for the Lasik requirements, you have to be 18 to get your Lasik done. So basically, if your prescription is between -1 and -13, then you are eligible for that. But outside of that, you are not, which I feel like that's a pretty wide range, right? And so if you're also deciding to get Lasik, you have to stop wearing contact lenses 2 weeks prior to your first consultation, because they need to see it's like in good condition for your eyes to be under the knife, because this is a surgery, guys. You cannot be pregnant or nursing, and your eye vision has to be pretty stable for the last year, that it hasn't like decreased or increased. Okay, so for the pre-Lasik consultations, this is basically the step-by-step, or like what I experience, or what I went through. So the first consultation was the 8th of February 2020. The first impression that I had about the place was that it was really clean. You know, they were using all these like fancy machines that were imported from Europe, and all the staff and the people that was like helping me check my eye condition, they were pretty like well informed, and they knew what they were talking about. And also they were pretty clear on like the procedure, also the risks that come with the LASIK. The staff at the front desk, they like gave me this list of the different price lists, and I didn't know there were like different types of LASIK. There are different types of LASIK with different price range and different recovery days. I think I went with this one called the Z LASIK, if I'm not mistaken. Of course, I was very much well informed, and that made me confident that I wanted to, you know, like do this procedure with this LASIK clinic. When it comes to, you know, doing a very life-changing surgery like this, you should also think about all these different factors, right? Like I feel like you should be informed, make sure that you're sure that you want to do this. Of course, you need to find a facility that you're comfortable in, and you need to find a facility that you feel confident. So yes, I went with the Z LASIK, and Z LASIK was going to be performed by Dr. Sophia, who after a couple of research, I had learned that she is also the owner of the LASIK center, and she's been like in the game over a decade. So that's also one of the reasons why I felt like pretty comfortable in doing this surgery with her. There were pictures and certificates and like all these different licenses that she had obtained from outside of Indonesia. I was pretty confident with the decision that I had made to proceed with this LASIK center. So prior to the LASIK surgery, they had me come in, right? And so during that pre-LASIK consultation, I had to go through a whole check similar to when you're getting your glasses. And then they also kind of check a couple of different things and like the vision. I don't know, there were a lot of things that they tested with the machines that you would see. And then in the end, they kind of gave me these drops, right? These drops actually dilate your eye, and it like preps your eye for the surgery day. So I had to like, put them on every couple hours or so. And I remember these drops being kind of weird. These drops kind of like make my eye tingle in a way. It wasn't like painful or anything. It was slightly uncomfortable. So LASIK surgery day off. This is the 17th of February. So between the 8th and the 17th, I can't do math, but it was like 9 days. I guess it wasn't even like 2 weeks. There's this like gap of time that needed to be done to prepare my eye. So if you guys have not really seen like what LASIK surgery is, or if you haven't done much research about what LASIK is, it's basically like a procedure or a surgery where your corneas are like lasered and like sculpted by laser. So basically this is what happens. I'm not a professional, so you probably will have to like do more research about it, but basically our eyes get like cut off like at the cornea, and then there's like laser beams coming in to like correct your vision, and then it gets like, it's not glued back on, but like it just automatically forms again. So your cornea has to be thick enough for it does to the new like contour shape of your cornea. I think that's the best way I can explain it to a newbie. I would say the procedure is super fast. It took less than 30 seconds for each eye. It was pretty scary. I honestly did not like record anything. I think I was just not in the mood of it. I wasn't really like taking pictures or anything besides like these pictures. So it had me like in a surgery bed. I mean, it looks pretty intense, I would say. They put this thing in my eye where it like locks my eye like this, and then like you have to like look, like you can't close your eye obviously, you have to like look upwards, and then the laser beam will like fucking beam inside your cornea, and you just have to like look. Like you can't blink obviously, and you can't like move your head or anything. And so me, I have really bad anxiety, and I keep telling myself like prior to the surgery that it's just, this is what you've been anticipating for, so you cannot be like nervous. So I'm just like telling myself that it's gonna be okay. And I think I held on to like something also, but the left eye I was fine with, like I wasn't blinking as much. But then with the right eye, I had some issue blinking because I don't know, I wasn't able to control my right eye as much as the left eye. Fine with the right eye, I kept moving. I think I was just like not concentrating, and at this point I was pretty anxious. So I remember I might have actually irritated my right eye a little bit. That's not scary at all. Yeah, so I think I remember the doctor telling me to just like calm down, keep looking. The whole thing like was less than a minute. And so I did it, and turns out it was fine. Like, you know, they had me put on their glasses thing that ended up being very useful because of Corona. That was it. It was really short. Like I was there in and out. Everything was good. Nobody came with me to the surgery because I'm an independent queen. I went home by myself, ordered my own go-kart, and then I went home and had a rest. And then the next day I was out having brunch with my friends. It was just like another day. It was really fast. It was faster than any like doctor's appointment I've ever had. Post LASIK control appointment. There were some like control like appointments that I had to do with the doctor just to check on my eye condition, how it's holding up after the surgery. Because again, this is a surgery. Keep that in mind, that this is a very, very big decision that anyone could have made, and you have to really do your research and think about it if you do want to get a LASIK surgery. So the next day I actually showed up because they told me to come back. So I was able to recover very quick, and they gave me these drops. Kind of look like this. I have it with me. Oh yeah. So kind of gave me drops like these. It's not the exact one. And then you open it, and then it comes in these like little like vials. Put on my eye every day, 2 days until like it runs out. But there were 2 of these like different things. Like I don't know, I don't remember which one. Kept nothing other than like our WhatsApp chats to like make an appointment and like how much I paid. I don't remember much. Yeah, so actually the result of the LASIK, it wasn't full -0.00. They left like 0.25 small numbers. I don't remember why, or maybe the technology not there yet for it to be able to give you the perfect 20/20 vision. But I mean, it is a 20/20 vision. Like I haven't worn glasses in the last 3.5 years. I've been able to swim without glasses. I had a surfing phase, which I no longer have. So I don't know. So I went also the next month for a 1-month control, March 17, 2020. I think the announcement had just hit. So I remember I started wearing masks there, and it was fine. Like it's same, like my eye condition's fine. And then they gave me some more of those eye drops. I got a WhatsApp from the clinic to come back for a 3-month control check. But I think at that point, it was like sometime in May. And I wasn't comfortable going to the clinic because the COVID was just really bad at the time. And then I had another message for a 6-month check. I never went. I never went to the 3 months and the 6-month control appointments. So to be honest, I don't really know what my eye condition's like 6 months later, which I probably should go to, but I'm in Bali again now, and it's been 3.5 years and there's not much of a complaint. So recently I felt like my eyes were kind of itchy. Like it's not recently, but there was like one time, which is a week ago, where my eye felt really dry, crying like tears, not because because I have mental illness, which I do, but it's not because of that. I was just like crying. That's why I bought this. I went on the telehealth app. I told the tele doctor, I mean, I didn't really tell them that I had LASIK, but I just told them that my eyes was really dry, maybe just a lot of dust accumulated in there. They treated it like a normal dryness of the eye, and then they gave me these. This has to be prescribed, by the way. And then my eyes are fine now. So maybe it's just one of those instances, normally eyes do get watery and stuff even before I had LASIK. I can feel though, like, to be honest, I'll just be honest, sometimes I can't read some stuff when it's like dark. Now I'm kind of scared, or maybe I do have to get another eye test and start wearing glasses again. That's a very much of a possibility in the future, but I hope I don't have to, because I like my life without wearing glasses. I think I just need to stop looking at my phone when it's like total darkness. I think that's just kind of a me issue. So this is something that you can consider. Do I recommend getting a LASIK? In like the 2 things you need to consider. If you do decide to get a LASIK, I do recommend this facility. I think it was great. I think the whole thing was very smooth, and everybody, all the staff was very informed, and the procedure was really quick. And I think the whole overall, I had a really, really good experience with this LASIK. But I think generally, would I get a LASIK if I had known? I think it's a 50-50 because I don't know, like I kind of just miss my contacts. I mean, I don't really miss my contacts. If my eyesight were to get bad again, I cannot get a LASIK again, if that makes sense. Once you've done a surgery, you can't really go back and do it again. I don't know, I feel like that would be really, really dangerous. Again, I had like a -5 basically. So having LASIK really helped me just to walk around without having to wear glasses. So if your eyesight is not that bad, if it's like at -1 or -2, and like you can still walk around without glasses and like still be able to see what's in front of you, I don't think you should get a LASIK. I think you're fine. For me, before LASIK, I literally cannot see what's in front of me if I'm not wearing glasses. So that's why I was like really desperate. And I was also anticipating if there were a zombie apocalypse and I don't know, somehow I don't have access to contact lenses or glasses, I think I would be the first to die. But again, that kind of argument also don't make sense because I don't think I would have that much of a will to survive at a zombie apocalyptic world. So that's just me. I hope this video is useful if you are looking into medical tourism. I support medical tourism as much more than I support gentrification, which I do not support at all. So if you do decide to come to Indonesia and get your procedure done, honestly, it will probably take you less than a month. Like if you just hang out in Jakarta for a month, not even a month, like 2 weeks, and then do your control at your local eye clinic. I think that's doable, right? For me, the whole thing took me 2 months maybe for the 10 days before surgery consultation, day of surgery, and then a month later for the control, and I never went back. And I think I'm fine. So yeah. Also, how much did I pay? I paid 25 million rupiah. So that's about 1,642 US dollars, which I feel like is pretty cheap compared to other countries. I think there's a cheaper one, I'm not sure where. So that comes down to 821 US dollars per eye. Actually, there were options that was like a bit cheaper. I think I was also like doing the comparisons with like the risk and like the recovery time, etc, etc. So that was how much it was. And also for the consultation, I think I paid like 500,000, $30. Actually, your insurance might be able to cover it. So I think it's worth a try. Like if you've been looking into Lasik for a while now, this is something that I would recommend coming to Indonesia for. I hope this video is useful somehow if you are looking into doing a medical tourism. All right, thank you guys so much for watching this video that I haven't uploaded in a long time and being patient with me. I really appreciate it, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye.